Hello everyone, in the last episode we left you at Abbotsford. In this episode we're moving on to Northumberland. I think oilseed rape is one of my favourite crops. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Just for the colour.
Yeah, just for the colour, oh yeah.
It makes the whole countryside look beautiful, doesn't it?
Yeah, well it's not
lit
a
up
big...
in yellow.
We've been watching Jeremy's farm.
Clarkson's
farm. Yeah, and in the last one we watched, Caleb's just planted rape, hasn't he?
Oilseed rape, yeah, and it failed.
It's failed, yeah.
And they told him not to plant it as well.
There's a push and there's a pull. There's a new moon and then it's full. The tide will rise and rise until it falls. And there's a rhythm to it all. There's a you and there's a me. There's a pattern in the chaos, a current in the sea. And there are times I wish I had a mountain top to see the rhythm of it all. Every spring leads to a fall. There's a heart in every home. The young will always wish that they were older. And there's a rhythm to it all. There's a you and there's a me. There's a pattern in the chaos, a current in the sea. And there are times I wish I had a mountain top to see the rhythm of it all.
And this is the memorial to the Battle of Flodden on the 9th of September 1513. To the brave of both nations. This is Branxton Hill, where the Scots army was lined up to attack the English. So the Scots retreated up onto the hill line up there, Branxton Hill, and the English army was here this side. And the Scots came down to attack, but it was very boggy down at the bottom there, and because they had pikes they got stuck in the bog and they lost their formation, so the English could easily overpower them. And then the final straw was when Lord Stanley came and flanked them and killed King James IV. What are you doing?
Time to change batteries. I don't often fly them that long, but I was down to about 20% I think on that.
Handy little table you got there.
There might be metal in that, so you'd be a bit dodgy launching off that. Beautiful little village, isn't it? This is Branxton village, and it was used as a temporary mortuary for many of the casualties from the Battle of Flodden, which of course would have had a devastating impact on the local community. We've moved on to our park up now at a place called Maelmin Henge. Well, this is the first time we've been in summer mode, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got 2 fans running.
Yeah.
We've got the skylights open. We've got both rear windows open.
Need a lot thinner clothing
Yeah, well,
for being in the van, don't you? So that's much better.
yeah. We've got the door open. We've got a solar screen in place and the fly screen in place. Job's a good one, nice and cool. I know this looks awful, but I'd rather be cool than posh. What are you cooking tonight, Chef?
Venison meatballs in pasta, in spaghetti, in a sauce.
Lovely.
This, it's not what it says on the jar because it's from a bigger container at home,
Yeah.
but it is chicken stock powder.
Hmm.
And it's great for giving flavour to pasta when you boil it instead of just salt.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So you always put a generous couple of teaspoons in. It's nice cooking here with the door open. You can hear all the birds and see them all in the trees. Don't need much water.
Your video's gone live, Bunny, so it worked. You always got to check, haven't you?
It's always a relief when it works.
Yeah. Remember the old days when it used to go wrong?
Yeah.
And then we thought it had been released and it hadn't.
Yes. And we didn't bother checking. And then
Yeah.
people would be saying, oh, aren't you putting out a video?
All those lambs are making a racket, aren't they?
They've all gone quiet now. Oh, there you go. I can't see them.
That's because they're in that field behind the other van.
It's like where they're coming from. So these collapsible products do perish after a while.
Hmm.
So this colander
Where's it gone?
got a hole in it.
Whereabouts?
I can't find it now.
Don't tell me it's in the bottom.
No. I just stuck my finger through the side.
Did you? It's the
Oh,
same.
there, look.
Oh, yeah, that's bad, isn't it? Hang on, let me get that.
My pinky.
Yeah.
You see?
It's exactly the same on the washing up basket thing we've got.
It doesn't matter with the colander because you want the water to drain through it anyway.
Yeah.
But if it was a bucket...
But we haven't used it that much, have we?
Not really, in 4.5 years.
Yeah.
It's very... Well, it's only when we're doing pasta dishes.
Personally, I wouldn't get the collapsible stuff again. We've not had venison meatballs, have we?
Not sure. Might have done.
No, I don't think so.
Where were they from? Aldi? Or...
I've no idea now.
Oh.
Whoa!
That's your meatball sauce.
That's looking good.
Just got to add the spaghetti back in now to warm it back up.
This is where it all goes in, a big lump.
Yeah. So don't worry that it looks odd because it's all been congealed. But what?
Well, you describe it so lovely. Look at that lump. Soon goes loose though, doesn't it, once it gets back in the pan?
Once it gets warmed up a bit. This is just perfect weather. I'm really happy when it's like this. It's nice and
you
cool.
like this, don't you?
Yeah, there's a cool breeze and it's cool in here.
Yeah.
But it's lovely and sunny outside.
Mm.
Yeah, nice evening. Can you cook with all the doors open? Windows are all open. It's beautiful.
This looks lovely. Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
enjoy.
Cheers. Clink.
Perfect texture.
So there might be the Aurora Borealis tonight.
Yeah, I have to see when it gets dark. I think it should be a clear night. And go out and have a look. And we're parked right by a wood henge.
Ooh,
So we have to go and stand in the middle of it and look up and see.
that'll be good,
And
wouldn't
then we might get whisked off somewhere. Aliens will come and get us.
If I didn't know this was venison, I wouldn't have a clue, would you? Tastes very similar to beef
Very
to
similar to beef. In a blind test, I don't think you'd know the difference.
me. No.
No.
Oh, that's a big one.
Was that a farm?
Yeah, like
Vehicle.
a crop sprayer, I think it was. One of those really tall ones. This is what you've been waiting for, isn't it?
Yeah, the candle lighting ceremony.
Candle lighting ceremony that you bought. Where were we? Peebles, that's it. 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
It's the most realistic candle we've ever seen, isn't it? It's even got like melted wax on the top.
Hubble, bubble, toil and trouble. There's your little candle. Where's it going to go? In the corner here?
Yes, over there with my succulent.
Let's put it by.
Don't burn me.
Don't set anything on fire.
It looks just like a real flame. It's incredible what they can do these days. Apparently they're made in Denmark.
Do you wish you bought 2 now?
No, one's enough.
One's enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
1 candle power. That's about all we can manage. Right, we're waiting for the Aurora Borealis, aren't we?
I've had it on good authority.
Yeah.
We might be able to see them tonight.
We haven't told them about our really stressful thing when we arrived at Rosslyn Chapel.
What was that?
Don't you remember? Have you forgotten it already?
When we arrived at Rosslyn Chapel.
Or it might have been actually after we'd been round the chapel and we were relaxing and we were about to go. This window, we nearly ripped it off, didn't we?
Yeah, where were we when that happened?
Because it was really hot in the van, so I opened this window and you were still too hot, so I said, well, open the door.
Well, you'd come back early from Rosslyn Chapel, that's right, because I went to the toilet and at the gift shop. And then when I came back, you had that window open.
Yeah, and you were still too hot.
And I was too hot, so you said, open the door.
Yeah, and
so
you did. And it went clunk and knocked this window to the left.
Yeah, it's the hardest we've hit it.
Well, it wasn't particularly hard. You just let it, you just opened it and I think gravity made it roll back.
Yeah.
And then you stopped it as soon as we realised.
Yeah, didn't really whack it.
No. But I must admit, of course, stressed out when I saw it because I thought the arms had all bent. But all that had happened is this window can sort of float, can't it? Left and right a bit. And it just knocked it a little bit. So all I had to do was recenter it and everything's fine. So this night, all the predictions came true and we had a wonderful experience. First time we've ever seen the Northern Lights.
I know, it's exciting, isn't it?
It's going now, I think. Yeah, look. It's beginning to wane.
But it was like 180 degrees.
Yep, all the way from over there to there.
Just amazing.
It's still quite red over there.
Yeah.
I think I'll try and get a shot of that.
Yeah. And it seems to be emanating from up there. All around.
A lot of photos to do after last night, isn't there? I think my cheese will fall off, but it doesn't matter if it does.
So what is this, egg and cheese?
And
crumpet.
It's alright.
That's the business, isn't it?
So I vote we stay here a second night. It's so peaceful and nice here, isn't it?
Yeah. We'll get a lot of work done. It's going to be really hot today, so we don't want to be out and about walking in the sun.
No. Plus we're nearly running out of videos.
Yeah, we need to do some editing.
Mm.
We can have a little walk around the henge site.
Yeah. We're right by an airfield here. I think they're towing gliders up. I think this is a tug plane coming back in. This area used to be the home of a Northumberland king in the palace of Maelmin. This henge is a reconstruction. I don't think it was ever here. It's just a representation of what used to be in the area. I'll put these two photos up just in case you want to read more. We took the rest of the day off and did precisely nothing. Okay, let's get going.
It's like a little CL there with all the vans.
Yeah, there's no services, but
No services, but lovely level parking and space for 5 vans.
yeah, and what was really nice is we saw the Northern Lights and everybody came out of their vans and were watching them together as a little group.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, nice experience.
Yeah.
Leave the light on cause I know you're always coming back. Butterflies all in my stomach, need someone to catch some. Cause I'm going crazy, only one on my mind. AM into PM like I'm working full time. Call you heartbreaker cause my heart is breaking whenever I'm not next to you. Get it now or later, my cool is a traitor when you're in the room. Got me tripping on my tiptoes, baby, picking petals off my daisies. Usually I don't do this, but I think I'm slipping, yeah, I'm slipping on you. Missing your hands on my body, I'm so lovesick, someone stop me. Usually I don't do this, but I think I'm slipping, yeah, I'm slipping on you.
Got some interesting characters here looking at us, keeping an eye on things.
This is the main tower house. You can see how it was heightened between 1341 and 68 when they built the castle walls. The Scottish Army took possession of the castle in 1513, but after the Battle of Flodden Field it was returned to the family when the Scots were overrun.
Have you noticed how much this wall is leaning in towards you? I wouldn't stand there if I was you, Bunny.
Okay. There used to be a parapet walkway across here from the wall to the tower house. They think this may have been a chapel up on the first floor because of the fine windows. This is the gatehouse fortification tower. Steps going up. Just under the window there you can make out the coat of arms of the Manners family. You see where it looks like a hole has been made in this wall and been bricked up later. That's where, after the Battle of Flodden Field, they brought the Scottish cannons that they captured, and they had to make a hole in the wall here to get them into the castle, and they kept them there for safekeeping. So obviously the floor level would have been a lot lower back then, and there would be a wooden staircase up the side of the building here, and that would be an entrance into the first floor. There used to be a fore building here, and you can see the remains of the spiral staircase that went all the way up to the top, which gave access to all 4 floors. There'd be a portcullis here as well to protect the entrance.
Keep the riffraff out.
Yeah. And then this is the cellar, which had a barrel vaulted ceiling. Then the main hall would be on the next floor. Then the family's sleeping quarters, and then the top floor was for the guards. You can see the stonemasons' marks on all of these stones and all the way around there. And each stonemason had his own mark, so he could be paid for the work that had done. Here you can see the groove for the portcullis. So this is where we are at the castle, and that's where the steam train station is, and it runs down here to Heatherslaw, and it's the most northerly light steam railway in England.
Sorry folks, but that's going to be for another time, because we are heading to somewhere that's time sensitive now. Okay. The heater is working full blast because it's getting quite hot now, isn't it?
I know, I didn't think it was meant to be that hot today. I think they've changed it, that it's hot again today and nice day again tomorrow, not so hot.
It's the coldest hand that run down this land where the ocean lands. It's the tallest sound, the damn smallest crowd, but their hearts break loud. Far from ever feeling lost with me, I'll push you back towards the land and sea. They're going down for love, and love is free. Stick with me and I will guarantee you're never lost among the crowd with me. Never lost among the crowd with me. Everywhere you go I'll be. Anywhere you go I'll see.
This is Lindisfarne Causeway, built in the 1950s to significantly improve access to Holy Island. The causeway is submerged by 4 to 6 feet of water at high tides, and that poses a significant challenge for maintenance and safety. Severe storms can deposit large amounts of seaweed, and that requires regular removal.
It's the sharpest cry. Here goes, but why?
If you're not used to driving on bumpy tracks, then we find the best thing to do is put the vehicle into first gear, take your foot off the clutch and allow it to slowly creep forward over the bumps. This is a nice big roughy tufty van, isn't it? Look at the ground clearance he's got, lovely. We came down the bumpy track because it was somewhere easy that I could fly the drone from to get a view of this causeway. But I soon regretted that, as I had all sorts of troubles maintaining connection with it. And I think that must be due to the electromagnetic interference, because the night before, of course, we'd had the Aurora Borealis. The little waggle it just did is typical of when a drone loses connection, because the automatic return is kicking back in. So at the moment the drone is spinning round and trying to fly back to me. Perseverance is the key. Never ever give up. Just keep flying it and bringing it back. And this time I was lucky. Well, I have to say it's one of the hairiest drone flights I've ever had, because the drone lost connection maybe 4 or 5 times, and I simply don't understand why that was happening, because I had a good line of sight of it. Anyway, I thought it was gone at one point, but we got it back, so all's good. Well, it's packed today, that's for sure. I'm cheering myself up with a fish finger butty. We had a lovely time walking around Lindisfarne, but that's going to be for the next video. We do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and consider subscribing, and share us with your friends, anyone you know that may enjoy this channel. All being well, we'll see you in the next one.